Now, I wanted to also recognize our students that were here, and just if they could stand when I introduce them, I would really appreciate it, because they are to be celebrated, as I mentioned. The first is Adam Hunter Link. Adam is 10 years old. He's in grade 5. And his business name is Felt So, and he's from Peace Arch Elementary right here in Surrey. Again, Adam Hunter Link. Next is Abner Alkema. Abner, yes. Abner is 11 years old, grade 6. Business name is Abner's Alphabet, very creative, and also with Peace Arch Elementary. Again, Abner Alkema. Next is Mabel Alkema. Mabel is 11 years old, grade 6. Her business name is Mabel's Macrame, and also at Peace Arch Elementary. Again, Mabel Alkema. Next is Stella Kiryakova. Stella is 11 years old, grade 6. Her business name is Stella's Infinity Cube, and also at Peace Arch Elementary. Again, Stella Kiryakova. Next is Rebecca Zapparoli. Rebecca, where are you? There she is. Years old, grade 6. Her business name is Becca Products, and she's from Sunrise Ridge Elementary, also here in Surrey. Next, we have Thomas Frost. Thomas. There he is. Thomas is 10 years old, grade 5. His business name is T Magnets TM, and at Peace Arch Elementary. Again, Thomas Frost. Next is Tessa Edmondson. Tessa is 11 years old, grade 6. Her business name is Tessa's Avcabros from Peace Arch Elementary School. Tessa. Alicia Canino. Alicia is 10 years old. She's in grade 5. Her business name is Tricksticks. Lots of fun. From Peace Arch Elementary. Alicia. And finally, we have Sophie Morris. Sophie is 11 years old, grade 6. Her business name is Melty Bead Madness from Peace Arch Elementary. Again, Sophie Morris. And after our film screening, which is going to show the journey of how these students go through this enterprise process, there's going to be some business pitches. And I wanted to introduce those students that are going to be participating in those business pitches. Believe me, you are going to be inspired. Sachi Dhaliwal. Sachi, where are you? There she is. Sachi is 12 years old, grade 7. Her business name is Delightful Donuts, and she's from Woodland Park Elementary. Again, Sachi Dhaliwal. Next is Hayden Mcdonald. Hayden. Hayden is 11 years old, grade 6. Business name is WRP Soap Company from Peace Arch Elementary. Hayden Mcdonald. And our third business pitch that you're going to be hearing later on this evening from Mateus Lunot. Mateus. His business name is Maximus Games and Entertainment, and his school is Peace Arch Elementary. Again, so you'll hear from from those three later on after the film screening. I also wanted to introduce City of Surrey Councillor Brenda Locke is in the audience. Thank you so much for coming. Important to have government representatives see the amazing youth in action. And also the chair of our Youth Entrepreneur Committee at the Surrey Board of Trade, Mr. Baljeet Dhaliwal. Now, if you don't know what the Surrey Board of Trade is, we're a not-for-profit, city-building business organization. All we do is support business and bring business into the city. There's 450 of us in the country, and we're also a global organization. So there's a Chamber of Commerce or Board of Trade in every city all over the world. My colleague from the Chamber of Commerce sector in Cloverdale, Scott Wheatley, is also here. Scott, thank you so much for attending. And I also wanted to mention we have a Business and International Trade Center at the Surrey Board of Trade. So for those of you that will start your business, so when you get older, you need to get your business license, your business registration, all of those forms. So you come to the Surrey Board of Trade. And we couldn't have our business center and our trade center to really ensure that you're linking yourselves and having the documentation that you need to do business globally. We couldn't have these centers without the law firm of Fasken, the accounting firm of PwC, and of course our Chambers of Commerce Group Insurance Plan, S&F Benefits. So a round of applause for them, please. Now, I just wanted to mention just a couple of things. The Board of Trade itself continues to create entrepreneurship pathways. We're not only about building a career in this program, it is about creating innovative skill sets and building the jobs of tomorrow. And you're certainly going to see that and hear that from our partner, PowerPlay Youth Entrepreneurs. We believe at the Surrey Board of Trade that empowering young people with an entrepreneurial mindset is the key to developing more entrepreneurial behavior and preparing youth to flourish in our emerging and very fast-paced economy. Given persistently high rates of youth employment in British Columbia at over 13%, more than double the national average, preparing youth to follow an entrepreneurial path is not only an acceptable choice, but a strategic decision. Our advocacy, because we instigate change at different levels of government to support business, is about enhancing the focus on youth entrepreneurship, nurturing entrepreneur skills in elementary students is a key part of our strategy, and that is why we partnered with PowerPlay. Now, of course, this event would not be possible without our amazing sponsors. Please give a great round of applause to our silver sponsor, Century Group. Our bronze sponsor is PW Trenchless Construction. Sponsor this amazing Simon Fraser University, and really the specific sponsor is SFU Chang Institute for Entrepreneurship. A round of applause. And to our community sponsors, Basant Motors Limited, Murray Latta Progressive Machine, and Tien Share Group of Companies. More about the film that you're going to be seeing this evening, and this is a documentary film to really show the journey of the students, the work that they go through, the stress that they go through in order to meet their goals. This is a real life story. You're going to be so inspired. Please help me welcome Bill Roche from PowerPlay Young Entrepreneurs.
Hi everybody, thank you so much for being here. We're incredibly excited to be partnering with Surrey Board of Trade on this initiative and this evening. And I just want to thank the Surrey Board of Trade for all the great work they've done. Anita's already made a really clear argument for the importance of entrepreneurship, but they've really been instrumental, and as she indicated, working with us all the way down to elementary school and just having so many options for adults and older students as well. So we really feel privileged to be partnering with them on so many different initiatives. This evening, we're here to celebrate a group of young entrepreneurs that have participated in PowerPlay Young Entrepreneurs, which is an experiential learning program that's offered inside the classroom. So each of the students would work with their teacher, they would create a business plan, products, marketing materials, and then at the end they showcase their achievements in a real-life event called the Young Entrepreneurs Show. So that's typically held at the school. And all of the students are invited to attend. They get to sell their products. They get to see how people respond to all the decisions they've made. And most importantly, they get to think on their feet and solve problems that came along, that may come up along the way. So what's really cool is they earn real money, and then they also donate a portion of their profits to charity. Now, I know a question I'm going to be asked later, so I'm going to address it right now. And that's Peace Arch Elementary, and why there were so many students here at Peace Arch. And that's actually a funny story. We actually work with about 70% of the schools here in Surrey, and so we're really quite proud of that. And the program was created here, so it feels really, really cool to be here this evening. But the exciting thing is, what we've noticed is that all the fall schools, they have their showcases in December. So about a week or two ago, I was stumped and I was like, oh my goodness, we don't have kids to showcase here at this event. So we called Peace Arch, and Peace Arch said, you know what? We'll bring it up to one of our classes. And when I went in to talk to the students, not only did they all agree that they wanted to be here, but the entire class pitched their ideas to me because they were so enthusiastic. So that's why you see so many of them here tonight. Their show is not even until a week later, but they'll be all ready tonight here to showcase, as you've seen. About 2 years ago, we had a filmmaker follow one of the Surrey classes and really capture the impact of the program from start to finish. So what's exciting is tonight you're going to get to see how the students first respond, and then all of the obstacles and how they maybe overcame them. In fact, as the viewer, you are completely free to be questioning whether or not they're going to succeed with their ventures, because we really didn't know. The filmmaker just wanted it to be completely real. So you'll be able to follow along their journey and see their excitement and their enthusiasm for being young entrepreneurs. Anita mentioned a really good point. We're not necessarily all about creating entrepreneurs. That's a great benefit. But what we feel is that it's really important to help kids develop a mindset that will help them be successful regardless of what career path they choose. And one of the things that, one of the partnerships that we have is with Simon Fraser University here, and we've been doing some research, and we're able to show that students that participate in that 6-week project actually show and demonstrate anywhere from a 26 to a 59% increase in skills like creative thinking and critical thinking and communications and so on. And they also demonstrate an 11% increase in growth mindset. So thank you for being here. We hope you enjoy the film, and afterwards, the most exciting part, of course, will be the pitches of those 3 students. So thanks again, and let's get the film started. Thank you.
Again, a round of applause. It's just so inspiring every time I see that film, because it teaches us confidence and knowing that we can do whatever we can do with our brains, with the right support system, and really, you know, the sky's the limit. When you have that right support system. So I'm so, again, proud to partner with PowerPlay Young Entrepreneurs. So now, we are going to move on to the next part of our program, and that is the Board of Trade and PowerPlay Young Entrepreneurs pitch. Can I please have Sachi, Hayden, and Matthias to come forward, as well as Bill Roche to join me on stage. Yes. So our 3 students are going to be pitching tonight. They're going to have up to 5 minutes each to tell us about their respective companies. Bill will be here to help facilitate, as well as my colleague Melissa from the Surrey Board of Trade. And really, we're going to ask them questions as needed throughout their pitch. After all of them have given us their pitch, our pre-selected panel of judges will have the opportunity to ask questions. After this, the judges will have 5 minutes to deliberate while we make an exciting announcement. So let's meet our judges. First we have, and they're Surrey Board of Trade members, Janica Rathnayaka, owner and manager director of Clayton Glass. Thank you so much. He was a finalist in the Young Entrepreneur category for the Surrey Business Excellence Awards. Our second is Pavani Dallara, also with Clayton Glass, owner and business development manager, and was also the recipient of the 2018 Surrey Innovation Award. Pavani. And finally, Amit Sandhu, founder of Sandhu Capital Mortgage Lending Firm. And Amit is actually the recipient of the 2016 Surrey Board of Trade Surrey's Top 25 Under 25 Awards. Amit. Thank you so much, and now let's begin. Our first pitch is by Sachi Dhaliwal. As I mentioned, Sachi is 12 years old, in grade 7, from Woodland Park Elementary. Her business is called Delightful Donuts, and they really are delightful. Sachi, take it away.
My business is Delightful Donuts, and they're basically donut soap that are scented like donuts, and they kind of look like donuts. So yeah, they're $3 each, and I...
Why don't you just tell us about how much did it cost to make?
Okay, it costed me $44.75 exactly. It was relatively cheap for me to make a soap-based product because my mom makes cosmetics as a hobby, and it was she had most of the supplies. So yeah.
How did you market those? What were the things that you did?
So basically, our teacher gave us the Young Entrepreneur packet, and we made posters that we displayed in the halls, and we went to various classrooms and talked about our products, and we displayed what they were used for, and kids got to vote about what they wanted us to do as in the colors, and yeah.
Great. So you were using market research. Yeah. And tell us about your display. How you made it stand out.
When I was actually choosing my product, I wanted it to kind of pop out, and I had a vision of what I wanted it to look like a bakery. And I wanted people to think that they were donuts. So I decided to go with a canopy that kind of looked like a bakery, and it kind of looked like something that would sell real donuts, so that people kind of got confused.
How did people respond?
Many people thought they were donuts, and I forgot to mention that they were soap until they actually decided to buy them, and then I was like, oh, okay. And yeah, so yeah.
Did you have any problems?
Some of my problems was how to make the canopy, and we took a lot of math and that kind of thing to figure out how to exactly size and make the canopy. But after a lot of time and consideration, we finally put it together, and now it stands up.
And what would be what's the most important thing that you learned about being an entrepreneur?
That there will be ups and there will be downs, but to cope with them is what really would make you stand out. But to make sure that even though if something doesn't go your way, to put on a smile and to go and sell your product.
Great. And what's one final message you have about being an entrepreneur?
That it's hard, but with a lot of thought and a lot of consideration, you can do it.
I really like your product. I saw it out there. I really liked your slogan there, deliciously clean. I wanted to ask here, first question, the uniqueness of your product. Were there competitors out there that you saw that were similar or that you sort of got an idea off of, or was this completely just off the bat your idea?
It was kind of a lot different than what other people had made, and that was what I was trying to go for. I wanted to make it different and interesting so that it would attract more customers to my booth, and it would make people excited. And now a lot of people have learned about donuts that like they never knew before.
Oh, that's really good. Really good.
Hi, just one question. Why did you select this product? Why did you select this product?
I wanted it to be interesting and it to be different because we've all seen slime, kinetic sand, but I wanted it to be something that people haven't seen and just to send the idea of donut soap into the world and to make it more aware.
Hi, Sophie. Thank you so much for sharing all of that about your product. It's very interesting to hear kind of all the steps you went through to use business terms, commercialize your product. So you mentioned something interesting that people would confuse your product as being a real donut.
Yeah.
And when I heard the name of your company, I immediately thought that as well. But I thought that was a brilliant marketing strategy. I was just wondering, was that intentional? Did you think that, or did you want people to confuse your product with maybe something really delicious that they would enjoy?
I think it was intentional for it to be like donuts because then everybody loves donuts, so why not listen to what this person has to say? But it wasn't. I didn't really think of people because it was already what I thought of. I never thought of people actually confusing them with donuts. So just after going to like a bunch of fairs and all this stuff, I realized that people are actually thinking that these are donuts. It was not intentional.
Thank you so much.
Sachi. Our next pitch is going to be by Hayden Mcdonald of Peace Arch Elementary in Surrey. Hayden is 11 years old in grade 6, and he's going to tell us about his company, WRP Soap.
Hello, my name is Hayden Mcdonald. I'm in 6th grade and I'm 11 years old. I'm in 6th grade and I go to Peace Arch Elementary. My company name is WRP Soap Co., which stands for White Rock Proper Soap Company. I chose soap because everyone can use it and everyone needs to be clean. I chose my own ingredients, came up with my own names. I did research with friends, family, and classmates. To make it, I heat up an oil base, add powders and essential oils. Outside of school, I like to play hockey, baseball, and have group battles. Some problems I had were the recipe doesn't turn out, we have to remake it. Lots of experimenting. There's quality ingredients, no harsh detergents, and no harsh detergents and natural oils instead of synthetic fragrances. Me and my family are very clean. We test all products. Thank you for listening. Any questions?
Tell people about, in case they didn't see your product, how you made it stand out with your name, with your packaging, your logo. How do you describe that a little bit to people?
Well, I had lights so people could notice it. I had a big poster, and I had pictures.
Yeah, tell them what your names are.
Well, my names are Reindeer Snot, Twinkle Beer, and Lump of Coal.
Why did you choose lump of coal? Just explain that.
Well, you don't need to be be naughty to get a lump of gold.
Plus it's charcoal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. And what else did you do? How did you create a really nice packaging? Can you describe that a little bit?
Well, I just print. My mom helped print the labels on computer, and
Okay, good.
Thanks for that, Hayden. Yes, I like the uniqueness in the smell of your different flavors. That was really, really cool. So I don't know if you mentioned, but I want to ask, how much did it cost to make your soap, and how much did you sell it for afterwards, or how much did you want it priced for?
it cost about $60 to make it.
How many?
To make
How many bars of soap?
50.
Nice.
And I'm selling it for $4.
It's really interesting product. Today I'm going to use it. Yeah, and what kind of tools you need? Tools and the equipments.
For me,
What kind of tool and equipment? Because of the if you need some kind of special tools or equipment.
tools.
Yeah.
What's your equipment?
So tools I needed were like ice, measuring cups, spatulas, stuff like that. And what was that?
Yeah, tools and equipment. That's all that you need.
Thank you, Hayden. I saw your product out there. I was very impressed by that and packaging and your marketing and all of that, and surprised when you gave me your receipt at the end. That was really neat. And, you know, and you put a lot of thought into all the little details. So I'm really curious about how you selected those three scented soaps, how you narrowed it down to those three, because I thought it was, you know, considering that's Christmas season, it was, you know, a very good choice to go with that kind of a theme. But how did you come up with those three specific smells?
Well, it was sort of a lot of experimenting. Like, we sort of tried different scents. We tried, like, we came up, the first one that we made was lemon coal that smelled like licorice and peppermint. Then we were thinking, oh, let's try a root beer one. So that's when we made twinkle beer. And at the end, we were like, let's something a bit funny and cheeky. So we did reindeer smell that smells like spearmint and orange.
So I have to ask, which one has been the most popular?
Well, we've almost sold out of lemon coal. I only have one left. And probably second popular is probably reindeer smell, maybe?
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Hayden. Our final pitch of the evening is by Matthias Lunat of Peace Arch Elementary. Again, he's 11 years old in grade 6. His business is called Maximus Games and Entertainment. Matthias, you're up. I'm just going to lower the microphone there.
Hi, my name is Matthias. I go to a Peace Arch Elementary. I'm in the 6th grade and I'm 11 years old. I'm a middle child and I have a 15-year-old brother and a 2-year-old sister. My company name is Maximus Games and Entertainment. When I'm not at school, I play hockey and I work in the movie industry. The product that I made is designed to provide a face-to-face alternative to virtual entertainment. My Pocket Tic-Tac-Toe 3-in-a-row game is a travel-sized version of the classic X's and O's game. No pen or paper is needed because the travel pack is the game board and the pieces are kept inside. You can feel good about purchasing my product because other than a felt pen and a little bit of glitter glue, my burlap sacks and wood pieces are all natural. My version of this classic game is fun and affordable and personally brings me back to playing tic-tac-toe with my nana at restaurants waiting for our meals to be served. I think she'd be proud. Other than other than being a little bit, wait, other than being a little bit time consuming, the game was fairly easy to make. It was like having my parents, brother, and grandma do an arts and craft class with me. We ordered the sacks online, plus purchased the rest of the materials from dollar stores and craft stores. 50 games cost just under $50 to make. I plan on advertising through word of mouth and social media. If my plan on donating 25% of my earnings to the SPCA because of my love of animals. If my product is successful, the plan is to start producing personalized games for all occasions. Wedding takeaways, birthday party loot bags, gifts, and more. Thank you.
Yeah, I really liked your product. I mean, you know, in a generation where a lot of kids are now following digital technology and being on their phones, on their computers a lot, I think it's really important that we go back a step and remember that these are the kind of games that we all used to play, and these are the things that really get us creative and get us going. So, you know, I really liked your product for that reason. One of the questions I had for you was, what is one of the biggest challenges that you had creating your product, and how did you overcome it?
Probably thinking of a game that people would like, and that's a simple game to play, so I just picked tic-tac-toe.
Was it one of your favorite games?
Yeah, because it brings me back to play tic-tac-toe.
Okay, nice. Cool.
Your product is really attractive and innovative product. It's really nice.
Thank you.
Just two questions. What made your product unique?
For me?
What made your product unique? Unique, sorry.
What part of me?
What makes your product unique?
Probably that you can bring it anywhere you want to go, because it's a pocket tic-tac-toe, so you can bring it while you're traveling or on vacation.
What other methods you make that attractive to customers? What other method you making that attractive to customers?
Yeah.
What is the method you make it that attractive to the customers? People attractive?
Can you display attractive to customers?
Probably because I just got a bunch of branches and I hung my product on them and I put lights on them.
Thank you, Mateus. Speaking about those branches with the lights, I immediately saw that and walked over to your table, so I thought that was a really cool display that you had. I do have a complaint, though, that you didn't tell me how I can always win for sure at tic-tac-toe. I really like that you talked about how you're going to expand your business and, you know, develop more games, more portable games, simple games that people can play. So I'm actually curious, what other games are you thinking about coming up with?
Probably like more simple games like, I don't know, like Scrabble, or like games where you don't have to use the internet to play them with.
That's awesome. I think that we all spend a little too much on our phones, and I know when I'm off traveling tomorrow, I'll definitely be taking that with me.
Thank you so much. Okay, judges, over to you. You have 5 minutes to deliberate. And in the meantime, we have a very special announcement about PowerPlay Young Entrepreneurs Program and our partnership together with the Surrey Board of Trade. So I'm going to ask Bill Roche to come forward, and he's going to make the announcement.
Thank you, everyone. I picked up on something that Anita said earlier that really stood out to me. And that was that, when young people have support, they can really shine and grow and develop. And one of the things that we are very excited about is the opportunity to connect business people and community members with the students in the Entrepreneur Program. So what we've created is a program and initiative called the PowerPlay Ambassadors Program. And that's an opportunity for community members, Surrey Board of Trade members, to get directly involved and participate and interact with the students, whether it's going into the classroom and giving them some coaching and some tips, or participating in an event by being a judge, or whatever the case might be. We create opportunities with Surrey Board of Trade members to actually work directly with Surrey students and really make that difference, so that we can continue providing lots of opportunities to support kids in exploring their futures and exploring their ideas around entrepreneurship. So we're very, very excited to be able to announce today that Surrey Board of Trade is our first organization, a formal organization, to be a PowerPlay Ambassador organization. So let's thank Surrey Board of Trade for everything that they do. Incidentally, we do have feedback cards, and we're going to ask you guys to fill those out while the judges are deliberating, and we'd love to get your feedback. And there's an opportunity there, if you're interested in being one of the Surrey Board of Trade PowerPlay Ambassadors, just to make a note of that, and we will be happy to reach out to you and let you know about different opportunities and so on. And we have some prizes for you this evening, so we're going to give out those prizes in a few minutes. So once you've filled out the cards, please pass them to the center, who will collect them. And we have a draw. We're going to have a draw for some books by the former Governor General David Johnston. And David Johnston is a real strong advocate for innovation and entrepreneurial thinking and shifting culture in Canada. So we have some books that he has written called Innovation Nation that we're going to be giving out as some prizes. So please complete those, and we look forward to answering any questions about the Ambassador Program afterwards. And again, thank you for being here.
So ladies and gentlemen, you want to spread the word about this amazing program, because it takes all of us working together to ensure that we are providing that support system, that mentorship, those resources, that students like these that you've heard tonight will just excel and really inspire and elevate our economy too here in Canada. So now our judges are ready. Are you ready? Oh, they need another few minutes. One more minute.
We can answer questions if anybody has any questions while we're waiting. Yeah.
What made you guys want to start PowerPlay?
It was interesting at Peace Arch Elementary last week. One of the students asked me the same thing. I started out as an engineer, and I was terribly unhappy. And finally my wife looked at me and she said, will you just quit and go find something else? So I took a lower paid job, something that offered more flexibility, and I started thinking about why is it that we wait till we're adults to find out what we love to do. And I thought, wouldn't it be great if kids could discover that from an early age? So I actually created the program and I started working with that. And the whole focus of the program was not really about entrepreneurship, but it was about giving students the opportunity to explore their passions and their talents and their interests. And after the first few classes that I ran, I was like, wow, just seeing the response, the creativity of these young minds, I thought, wow, this is so cool. It's so impactful that I really need to take action. So I quit my job and I went full time at that. That was about 20 years ago. Yeah. Thank you. Any other questions?
I have one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's the first time I've heard about this. It's really intriguing and fascinating. But I haven't seen this in other jurisdictions. Are you guys planning on pursuing this project, say, in Vancouver?
Yes, we do work in some schools in Vancouver. Okay. We work with about 26 school districts in British Columbia, and we work as far east as New Brunswick. So we are in other places and always looking to expand. So yes, we're very eager to expand in Vancouver as well.
Are you considering working with CSV, I can't think of the acronym, the Catholic school industry as well?
You know what, the program is completely designed for curriculum, so we're open to working with any school districts or any schools, absolutely. Yes. Any questions? I see the judges are busy talking. It's a big decision. Yes. Yeah, you know what, our goal is to make the film available, so we actually have it set up in a way that people can help us organize their screenings like this, but you can also do it with schools, school groups, even with families. So on the card you have our contact information, just reach out to us. We even have a dialogue package that you can start dialogues about the future of work and so on, so please reach out, we're happy to share the film with you. Yes, thank you for asking that. I think we may be ready. You guys
Are we ready, judges?
Yes? Oh, okay.
And did the judges want to provide any feedback before we announce the winner?
Yeah, why don't you guys do that?
Maybe stand up.
Wow, I was so impressed with all three of these young entrepreneurs and all the other entrepreneurs I had a chance to meet today. Certainly I wasn't where these folks are when I was 10 years old, and just blown away by all the effort, all the ingenuity, innovation, and attention to detail that you all put into your products, but not just the products, the market research, the sales, thinking about cost versus profit, and all of that. And I just want to congratulate all three of you on what you've accomplished. I think it's incredibly brave also to get up in front of all these folks and talk about your product. So I certainly applaud you for that. And I think looking at the documentary, and what several folks have said so far is that the skills these entrepreneurial skills and this entrepreneurial mindset, whether or not you go on to become a business person, will definitely be valuable for you, and those skills are going to be transferable to any career path you take. So again, thank you so much for sharing everything with us today, and I wish you all the best.
Yeah, first off, I just want to say thank you everyone for those amazing products. I mean, I really wish I had these opportunities when I was younger. I'm really jealous to see you guys having so much fun doing all these, creative ideas and creating these new products. And don't take this as a failure. Not sometimes there's situations where there's only one winner, right? But everyone has an amazing product here, right? And I want to make sure that everyone knows that to stay motivated, and there's so much more ahead. You guys bring so much creativity, and I just wanted to congratulate everyone on creating a product, because it takes a lot of time and effort and a lot of creativity to get to this point. So congratulations, and thank you everyone.
Thank you again to our judges. We couldn't have done this evening without you. And so now I'm going to ask the chair of our youth entrepreneur team at the Surrey Board of Trade to come forward, Mr. Balji Dhaliwal, who is the winner.
Thank you, Anita. Drum roll here. The winner of the 2019 Surrey Board of Trade Young Entrepreneurs Pitch Event is, drum roll, Hayden Mcdonald. Congratulations. On behalf of the Surrey Board of Trade, we would like to award you with $100 towards your business, or to use as you see fit, as well as this gift, including a $50 gift card. So congratulations, Hayden.
Congratulations. And because all of your pitches were so great, we're going to give our other two contestants also $100 each. fabulous. Thank you so much for attending tonight. And I want to point out that we will be showcasing the 12 students from today's event program and their businesses on the Surrey Board of Trade's website, businessinsurrey.com. I just wanted to thank again our silver sponsor, Century Group. They built the beautiful Civic Hotel in downtown Surrey. Bronze sponsor, PW Trenchless Construction. Our venue sponsor right here at Simon Fraser University, the Chang Institute for Entrepreneurship, and our community sponsors, Basant Motors, Murray Latta Progressive Machinery, and Tien Share Group of Companies. A round of applause, please. Please continue to network. Tell everyone about the amazing youth that we have here in Surrey. And remember that Surrey is an opportunity city. Thank you so much.